Hey everyone, welcome to Unique Ways with Thomas Gerard, an audio podcast. Today we've got a really great guest on who lives and works in Langley, British Columbia, and is an enthusiastic visual and brand designer coming from a background of classic graphic design. Her work spans branding, print production, and promotion materials. And I may get this pronunciation wrong, but please join me in welcoming Thuyen Nguyen. Welcome.
Hello, everyone. I'm Thuyen. Nice to talk to Thomas, and thank you for inviting me.
Great. You ready for 20 questions?
Sure.
Okay, here we go. Number one, tell me a little bit more about yourself. What do you do?
I'm a graphic designer. I have been working in marketing for real estate industry for about 10 years. Right now, I'm a lead graphic designer at Vesta Properties. Mostly I work on the marketing campaigns for new homes and all the master plan community in BC and Alberta. For those who pay attention to the real estate market in Greater Vancouver, you might know or hear about the Latimer Heights projects and the first two towers in Langley. I had the opportunity to work on these projects and received great success in terms of sales and marketing. I am also working on marketing campaigns for two others master plan communities. One in Calgary called Copperstone, and the others in Airdrie called South Point, and both are in Alberta.
Great. Okay, question two. What's a key piece of knowledge that makes you different?
Honestly, I am just a normal graphic designer. My skill set and knowledge are not different from the others designers. I think the only thing that makes me different is my experience in real estate. So to design for real estate, besides my graphic design skills, I need to have some knowledge of architecture, interior design, and understand the terminology in construction and homes development. It took me a few years to gain that experience.
Great. I know you have training as a classical graphic designer, and in this podcast, we often talk about this shift of a designer being the one person that knows everything into more of a collaborative space now with design. I'm interested in hearing how that affects the rest of your answers. Question three is why this of all things? Why do you do what you do?
So why I want to be graphics designer, why I'm doing right now, I have to tell my story back when I was in high school. I really wanted to be a designer. Like at that moment, I didn't know like what kind of designer I wanted to be. I might want to be graphic designer, fashion designer, or interior designers. So it I actually I didn't take graphic design course after graduate my high school. I actually took business administration for a year, and then I found that I didn't like it. So I went back to study drawing, painting for couple months and took the exams, the drawing exam to get into graphic design. And it was back in Vietnam when I was still in Vietnam. So, and then in my third year studying graphic design in Vietnam, I came to Canada to be an international student and continued studying graphic design in Ottawa. So, and then why I want to be a graphic designer for marketing in real estate is really long story. So my first job after graduated from college, I worked for small home builders in Ottawa, and I at that time I felt that like working in real estate is very fun, and it gave me many joys and different kind of projects to work on. So that's why I think that I would like to be graphic design for real estates.
Great. Number 4 is kind of a curveball question. The question is, what does your future look like?
This is really good questions. I'm thinking about my future every day, especially like after the COVID pandemic. I think about my future a lot. So my biggest concerns are how I can keep up with new technology and knowledge, and what my next goals are. I think in the next year or two, while I still work for Vesta Properties, I would love to achieve the award for the marketing campaigns of the year with my marketing team. When I worked for Vesta, we achieved many awards for construction development in the past 2 years, but the marketing department did not receive any award yet. So that's why I want it so bad. And another things that I would love to do is I want to learn more design software, like maybe Figma or 3D animation software.
Great. Okay. Number 5, I think, is unique to this podcast. The question is, let's talk about location. How does the notion of place play into what you do?
For location, I would like to share my story, my opinions about how the location affects my decision, my mindset. First location, I would like to talk about my hometown, the place that I was born. Is Vietnam. When I studied graphic design in Vietnam, I didn't have like a lot of attention about graphic design much. At that time, I thought that graphic design could help me to get good job, to earn money. And I remember like when I was in the college in Ho Chi Minh City, like my classmates and I had to do work, like to do a poster by hand, and we had to share, like two people had to share the same computer to work on to study design software and stuff. Like we have to share everything, and the computer was so old, everything was so outdated. But at that time, I learned a lot. Like usually everything I had to do by hand, like painting, drawing, a lot of painting, drawing courses. So, and then after that, I moved to Ottawa and studied graphic design in a Colwyn college. And everything was so amazing. Like I had opportunity to do my homework, to learn everything with the iMac, and everything was modern, was amazing. Professor was amazing. So it was really fun. At that time, I know, okay, this is how graphic design was. I know I learned Adobe software and different kind of software. So, and I think studying at Algonquin College helped me to create my mindset and my career path. So at that time I know exactly what I need to do and how I want to be. And later on, when I moved to Vancouver, I think the Vancouver City is a place where you can find a lot of good opportunities and find your dream jobs. And here in Vancouver, you can study from other designer, really great designers, and connect with good people, talented people.
Nice. Yeah. Great. Okay. Number 6, if you had to start from the beginning, what advice would you give your former younger self?
Okay, this is a pretty good question too. So if I had to go back and give myself an advice, I would say I should have been well prepared. Because when it came to Canada as an international student, I didn't prepare well. So I failed the English test and I failed my portfolio. So I didn't get into the program at the beginning. So it took me 2 years like to get in the program because I had to study English. I had to study general art and science to build up my portfolio. So, and yeah, it's kind of sad, but it's really expensive to study as an international student at that time. I think even now it's really expensive. So if I was well prepared, I think I save money, I think.
Nice. Number 7, what's a day in your life like?
My day in life, I usually wake up around 7 a.m., have 15 minutes meditations, then check email, get ready for work. I start working in the office around 8:30 a.m. and finish work around 5 p.m. go home, make dinner, and have like watched news and have time with my husband. Usually I read book before go to bed. On the weekend, I usually go out for a walk, go grocery shopping, and sometimes I take an hour or two to do some creative stuff like handwriting, practice handwriting, calligraphy, or practice some like drawings, paintings.
Great. Number 8, lifelong learning is a popular topic. How do you stay up to date?
To stay up to date, for me, because I am working on marketing for real estate. I need to update a lot of information about the real estate market, the any news article relate to real estate, news from government, economic, financing. In terms of my graphic design, I like to follow some professor or company like tech company agency in LinkedIn, in Instagram, Facebook to know what they're doing, what's going on out there. Before I used to when I lived in Vancouver, I love to go to the meetup with a group of professional people in tech or design, but not now. I live in Langley now, so it's kind of far away from me.
Nice. What tools do you use? Are you digital and analog?
I work in the office, so for we use Microsoft Office right now to communicate with other coworkers. We used to work remotely during for 2 weeks during COVID lockdown. At that time, we used Microsoft Teams to communicate or have meeting. We use Zoom meeting to work with the outside vendors.
Cool. Halfway, number 10. How do you deal with work-life balance?
Actually, my work-life balance is manageable. Sometimes when we have many projects or we have to launch different projects at the same time, I work overtime a little bit. Sometimes I work on the weekend if there's the grand opening on Saturday or Sunday. But normally I work from 8:30 to 5 p.m. and we have a lot of time with family and hang out with friends. It's really manageable, I think.
Cool, cool. Number 11, if you weren't doing what you do now, what would you be doing?
If I were not a graphic designer, I think I would run a restaurant. So actually, my mom, back in Vietnam, my mom used to run a family restaurant, and sometimes I helped her to be a server or help her to do cashier. Yeah, and she taught me how to cook and taught me how to create all the Vietnamese food. So I think I would open a restaurant. I love cooking.
Nice. And what would you not like to do with your career?
I would not like to do the same things every day.
Hmm.
I would be bored if I do the same things day by day. That's why I love my job right now. I love working for Vesta because Vesta always does big projects like master plan communities, and I have the opportunity to work on many different projects from brand design, printing projects, website design, and interactive presentations, or design for sales centers. So they're really cool. I think everything is really awesome.
Nice. 13. What's your favorite word, quote, or sentence?
My favorite sentence, it is on my LinkedIn profile too. Choose a job you love and you will never have to work a day in your life.
Nice. Yeah.
I love it so much. Yeah. You have to love what you're doing. You have to have passion. I think for graphic designer or any other designers, you need to be passionate about what you do. And right now, I'm doing what I love, and I work with a great team that makes me feel happy and has a lot of energy every day.
Nice. Do you have a least favorite word, quote, or sentence?
This is I'm not so sure. I love everything I hear about. I love everything what people say to me. I think the word that I don't like, I don't say I don't like. The word is my least favorite would be money.
Mm.
I know everyone loves money, but sometimes money affect your decision, what you're doing. Like I remember back then I have to work all day, all night to pay the bills that I have to pay, and then work on the project I don't like, and work for a client I don't like because because of money. So I think like everyone have that moment in life, like sometimes you struggling and you need money and you have to do whatever you need to do.
15. If you had to pick one word to describe yourself, what word would you choose?
I would say no, what exactly word I want, but I say maybe 2 words. Never give up. Like I would never give up on everything I want to do. If I think it's good for me and it's the good project, even though there's difficulties when I work on it, there's maybe some delays because there's some issue, but I never give up. I will go stop a little bit and change my plan, but I will go back and do it and make a success.
Nice. 16, what keeps you up at night?
I would say a good book or good movie. I can stay up all night to finish a good book. And before I used to stay up late to finish my client's project. But now I don't do that anymore. But a good book makes me stay up all night, I think.
Final stretch, number 17. What's a dream you're chasing?
Yeah, that's like I said before, I am working on to win an award with my marketing team at Vesta. So my dream is winning an award for marketing campaign of the year.
18, what inspires you?
Like other designers, they usually inspired by observing and listening to people around them. It's the same to me. People around me, their stories and experience inspire me every day. Talking about that, like I really appreciate the times I work at Vesta Properties. All my coworker, my bosses inspired me every day. Especially my marketing director inspires me with her imagination, her personality, and lifestyle. I really appreciate that.
Nice. Number 19, any advice you'd like to share?
I think for advising, especially to just international students like me before, like if you want to be in graphic design and you want to know what need to do to get in the program, I think first of all you have to be well prepared. Don't be like me. Like learn English, work hard on your portfolio, and understand yourself. You need to know what you can do, what you're good at. And another advice I would like to share with other graphic designers who are interested in working for real estate industry. I think if you want to work for real estate, you should have skill in both digital and print. You need to understand the real estate industry, and you need to get as much information about home builders, home developers, and I think there are many opportunities in real estate market. Like you could the designer can work for marketing agency, for a home builder, or a real estate publications. there's a lot of opportunities.
Great. And number 20, how can our listeners keep tabs on you? How can we follow you? How can we see your work?
I think right now is the best way to connect with me is through LinkedIn. I think that's the easiest way. And or you want to see my work, to know about what I'm doing, you can visit Latham Heights community in Langley. Like my works is around Langley, so you can see it everywhere.
Okay, well, so glad to have you on the show. You know, super awesome to hear about your inspiring story, kind of starting in Vietnam, you know, being in Ho Chi Minh City and then coming to Canada, and in combination with coming to Canada, pursuing graphic design, and building a fulfilling career based on Canada and graphic design together. I think that's a really inspiring story for a lot of our guests, and I'm super happy to hear you tell it today. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Thomas. It actually your work. I follow you on LinkedIn. Your works is amazing, and you inspire me a lot too. I would love I could do what you're doing right now. So thank you for inviting me again, and hope to talk to you soon.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.